Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Shail, Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. In the last 4 weeks, I have been trying to tell you the story of Lord Shiva via a set of 5 paintings that was made by a Jammu artist, temple artist called Devdas. These paintings are about 22 years old and they were done by him when we shifted into our home. I wanted to keep the story of Shiva with me in some form so that I can tell it one day. We've done the first 4 paintings, and the first one is about Shiva and Sati, when Sati died and Shiva wanted to finish the world, and that was called a moment of decision. But eventually he forgave the world and abandoned it instead and went away. The second painting, Sati comes back incarnated as Parvati, and Shivji sees her and life begins all over again, springs back into action with the Vasant Ritu, and they move on again. In the third painting, Shiva and Parvati finally get married and they both go back home to Kailash, and this is after a long time that even Shiva goes to Kailash. In the fourth painting, we showed Shiva's family with Ganesh and Kartik, and we decided that it is Kartik ji who's elder because he's sitting with his parents and watching Ganesh ji grow up, doing his play as he's growing up. And I told you that the fifth and the final painting is a concept painting. You see, everyone knows the mythology of Shiva and Sati, the story of Shiva and Parvati, the story of Shiva and Parvati's wedding. Everyone knows about their 2 sons, Kartik ji and Ganesh ji, and everyone knows that they live in Kailash happily together. But what happens after that? Of course, they are present in this world, in this universe somewhere, but we don't know if there is another story to be told. I felt that we could make a concept painting. This painting here is a depiction of Amarnath. The big cave that you see in the background is Amarnath. Amarnath is the place where Shivji told Parvati the Srishti Rahasya, how the world is created, the secret of the creation of the universe itself. But that was when they were just married, and he was telling her, as a husband tells a wife what he does for work. And Shiva was telling her that I create the entire universe. That's my work. And the story is that at that time, a couple of pigeons were hiding in the cave to listen to this story. And we speculate that they were Rishi Munis from another life cycle who, although they knew about how Shiva creates, but they wanted to hear it from his own mouth. And Shiva was angry because that was a private talk, and he did not at that point in time want to share the secret of creation with everybody. And that is the tradition of Amarnath, the abode where Shiva reveals his greatest secret to his wife. Sometimes these pigeons are eavesdropping. But I thought that consciousness moves on, it evolves. God's play is always new, it goes on to the next thing. And it was my dream that there will be a day in mankind, in this universe, when Amarnath, which is symbolic of where Shiva reveals his secrets, his favorite abode, is a place where there will be a gathering like the one shown here of rishis, munis and truth seekers. And it will all be in the open. And we will have Shiva and Parvati too. If you can see them here, that is Shiva and that is Parvati just with him. So they will be there too, but not center stage. He doesn't need to be. He will have revealed how consciousness moves. he will have prepared some rishis and some ganas for these big truths, and he will find his space in his own abode at the side, not center stage. And the rishis will be having their bonfires, their night discussions, and going deep into these details of the great rahasyas, secrets that the Shiva Sutras have and that Shiva has revealed for everyone. It will be open. This was my dream. When I told the artist to paint this concept, he made another lady standing in the middle as though she's talking to the rishis. Now, I could not fathom who this lady is because I had no place for her in my imagination at that point in time. And later, a great friend and scholar of Kashmir Shaivism, Mark Dukowski, when he visited our house and I showed him all the paintings, told him all the stories, and when we reached this, I told him the same thing, that the concept is that Shiva has told the secrets of consciousness to everyone so that everyone can benefit. But I don't know who this lady is. And Mark said in his typical style, she is Vach Devi. Now, Vach Devi is a symbol. In Kashmir Shaivism, Vach is speech. So, Shiva's speech is called Paravach, the speech of the Creator. And Vach Devi is one who is like a messenger of Shiva. So, he thought that when you want to say that Shiva's secrets will be out in the open, this is Vach Devi, this is the message. Whether it is through books, whether it is through rishis and munis, through teachers, to those who have known the path. But the idea is that Vach will be out, the Devi will be out, the Shakti, the energy of speech, of revelation will be out for everyone. So I found that very, very beautiful. Another thing about this painting, I told Devdas that this painting must have all the 5 Mahabhutas in it. The Mahabhutas are the elements. Earth, which you can see, they're seated on ground. Water, which you can see again, it is in the mountains, there are a lot of streams. Fire, they have lit a bonfire. Air, which is suggested by Shiva's hair waving a bit in the air. And then there is ether, Akasa. And you can see those stars that sort of suggest that yes, ether is there as well. And then he did another thing. If you know, Shivji always has the moon on his forehead, and he made it in such a way that it was arising from him. So the moon of revelation, the moon of consciousness, is still with Adi Yogi, Adi Guru Shiva, but it is out for all to see. This was what I thought should be the heritage of mankind one day, to know Shiva, to know his revelations, to know his wisdom, and to be able to share it, enhance it, so that we all find the joy of Amarnath in our own homes, wherever we are, whichever city, whichever town, whichever country in this beautiful planet. Please tell me if you like this story and this concept, and I will see you again next Monday with another story. Om Namah Shivaya.